Hi, have you ever felt, for those who are middle-aged, have you ever felt that feeling of you haven't lived life? Like you're past 50 and now you're reflecting on the time you have left and now you're thinking about the things you didn't do and that you should have done? Well, that's where I'm at. I'm thinking about a lot now, and it's quite sad, really. And I also think about some of the things that contributed to that. Trauma, pressures from others, not being strong enough within yourself to do what you think's right for you. You know, fear. Is that fear? You think, yeah, I want to do this, but then fear creeps in or other people's comments bring you down. For me personally, I think that was a lack of self-belief, lack of confidence in myself to pursue things that I wanted to. And also I think that growing up in the environment that I grew up in, there was a lot of suffering and trauma, intergenerational trauma. And I realised that now as a 50-year-old person that, yeah, look, that contributed a lot to how I was as a young man, among other things. And I know that that was what was holding me back. And that's why I'm making this video, is to tell other people who are younger than I am that if there is something inside you that's holding you back from what you think is right for you, like you know in your chest, in your heart, that you're doing something that's not in line with your goals, your dreams, your desires, or you're not doing what makes you feel alive, that something's holding you back, really ask some questions as to why you're feeling that. And usually you might find that it's probably a lack of self-respect. There might be a bit of trauma. There might be a lot of fear from the what ifs, or fear from your family members or your friends telling you not to do this and that. And ask yourself some questions. Why am I feeling like that? Why am I felt like I'm being held back? Because for me, being 53 years of age, I now look at how I have neglected myself over the last 40 years or more, and lived in fear, and lived in too much of the what ifs, and lived in too much of like listening to other people's opinions too much, and believing their opinions and believing their ideas. Many times, one of the dangers is going to the wrong person for advice also. Sometimes you get advice from people that will be destructive. So do your best to choose who you get advice from. It's probably best to get advice from people that are neutral, preferably professionals. Like, if you're struggling with depression or fear, speak to a counsellor, talk about what you're fearing and why you fear about making a big decision. That is a good thing to do. Try not to go to friends and family, because they'll give you advice generally from their own fears as well. But also you have to look at their life. How's their life turning out for them now and in the past, and what does it look like now? Is it great? Is it confident? Is it strong? If so, that's probably a good person to get some advice from. But if it's chaotic, destructive, many relationship breakdowns, drug addictions, alcohol addictions and things like that, but they appear to be okay, they're probably not good people to get advice from. So choose neutral people. Ring up, look for free counselling services online to speak about your fears and your worries and what you want to do and why you don't want to do it. Because you don't want to get to like my age and think, my God, you know, I've lived my whole life under the what if and the fear system that I just wouldn't want anyone to go through, because it's terrible. it's self-destructive. It's damaging. Like, I'm healthy and so forth now, but like, there's a lot I could have done but didn't do. So this is my advice and my warning to you younger ones, is to really, really just have some self-love, some self-respect, some self-strength. If you don't really have that quite well right now, reach out to people, like I said, to professionals, to neutral people, to strengthen that aspect if it's not so good right now. So if you are a young person listening to this, I hope it helps. If you are a middle-aged man or woman like myself and you are feeling what I'm feeling, please tell me what you feel now, if you're feeling this way, and why you're feeling like that. I'd love to hear what your ideas, what your thoughts are as well, and what you're doing now to help yourself, or just share your struggles as well. I'd love to hear it. Let's share it with each other. And again, if you are of a person in my age bracket and you are struggling and you're feeling down and depressed and that's okay too, because you're realizing something, that you're awake to what has been going wrong for a long time, and that's okay, because you can use that to help others and also to help yourself now, to strengthen love within yourself, and acknowledge that you were in pain, or acknowledge that you didn't have the information that you needed at the time. It's acknowledgement. And like I said, it's a gift also, because we can help the younger ones to traverse the journey of life ahead of them. So I just want to say, look, throw your comments out there. What have you felt? What are you going through now? I'd love to just hear it. I mean, the reason I'd love to hear it, because it'll help me also. Sharing pain and sharing solutions is what we need to do, doesn't it?